take a look at these ones, guys. These are awesome. Madison, Wisconsin, 1994. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm excited to get into these. That is a good sign right there. This definitely has the right color to it. 3, 2, yes, look at that. Hello everybody and welcome back to coin shortage hunting. In case you're unaware, the concept for the series was born out of the great coin shortage of 2020. At this time, I was only able to get 10 rolls of each denomination from my bank. They wouldn't allow me to get boxes like I normally did. These days, it's a little bit easier to get coins. Not much though, there are still a few issues there, but as you can see before me, I have 10 rolls of quarters, 10 rolls of dimes, 10 rolls of nickels, and 10 rolls of pennies. It's a lot of fun doing hunts like this, so I'm excited to just get into another round of coins and see what we can find. Now guys, this particular round of coins is really cool, and here's why. Starting off here with the quarters, everything's pretty standard. These just came straight out of a box and into my hands. But if you take a look at the dimes, this is where things get interesting. We have 3 machine wrapped rolls, and then everything else is customer wrapped, but they're all different. And take a look at these ones, guys. These are awesome. Newell Office Products Company, Madison, Wisconsin, 1994. Does that mean that every coin in here is gonna be at least as old as 1994? I sure hope so, because if I could go back in time and do some coin roll hunting around this time, you know you'd be finding silver after silver. I am very excited to get into those, but it doesn't end there, guys. When we come up here to the nickels, we see once again 3 machine wrapped, the rest are customer wrapped, and then we have another one of those Newell Office Products rolls, 1994. Guys, I'm gonna be holding onto these rolls. I do not want to be ripping into these because these are vintage rolls. Just the rolls themselves are cool. And then we come up to the pennies and it gets even better, guys. We got a total of 4 of those Newell Office Products rolls. Oh my gosh, guys, I am excited to see what this is gonna be. That actually looks like it could be a copper coin right there, and it's in great shape. That is basically what you would expect from rolls that were rolled in 1994. And look, we got just copper on copper on copper. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm excited to get into these. So that is exactly what we're gonna be doing, guys. Getting right into these 1994 rolls right off the bat, and we are starting with pennies. I got my penny placemat here, available at quinscoins.com in case you're interested for picking one up for yourself. And we're gonna grab those first 4 rolls right there. I'm actually excited to see what the other ones have too, because with the pennies, they are all customer wrapped, which is really cool. Now guys, I got this online. I think this is gonna help me in pushing these coins out and not having them spill everywhere. The penny slot is going to be right here. So what I'm gonna do is actually just kind of open up the roll just very carefully. And let's see what's on the end here, first of all. So 1990, oh man, we're already newer than 1994 on that one, unfortunately. But what I'm gonna do is just push it into this slot, and hopefully that'll help me to preserve the roll and still make it so that the coins don't just fly all over the place. So yeah, guys, I'm seeing a lot of shiny ones come out so far. Let's see if we can get this to work. There we go, coming down to the end here. And there we go. So let's take a look at those edges there. I'm seeing some shiners, I'm seeing some copper looking edges as well. Yeah, these are not gonna be older than 1994, unfortunately though. So there is our roll. It didn't go everywhere. Let's just kind of pour it out here. We were able to preserve that roll, which I think is super cool. The vintage rolls. All right, let's get into it, guys. See if we can find anything old here, like a wheat penny. Let's just kind of see what kind of copper comes out for us. I haven't seen anything old yet, although I haven't seen anything newer than 1999 either, so that's kind of interesting. I'll let you know if I do. I'm flipping everything here to see. 1999 again, right there. There's another 99. These may have been rolled during Y2K. Can you believe that, guys? If these were rolled, and I don't know what they were thinking when they were rolling them, but they had these rolls sitting around from 1994, guys. And honestly, I'm not seeing anything newer than 1999. So it's not 94, but it's definitely back there. These could have been rolled back then. Now I'm gonna try this one without using that thing there, because I don't know if that was really helpful or not. But yeah, I think it'll definitely be helpful with dimes though, because those tend to just kind of fly all over the place. All right, there we go. Oh guys, look at that. I am seeing a wheat penny right there. That is incredible. Let's take a look at that one and see if it's gonna be anything interesting. This could be older. It definitely has a nice older, darker look to it. Let's flip this over and see what we get for a year, guys. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, 1944. It looks like a Denver. It's kind of messed up though. It's got some damage down there on the bottom right. But overall, pretty good looking coin. I'd definitely like to see that come out in the second roll. I was hoping to see some more in here, considering that these rolls do look like they are older. There's a 2000, oh, looks like I'm a little bit too far zoomed in there. So right on the end here, there's a 2001. That is the newest coin that I've seen so far. Here's a Canadian right here. Let's take a look at that one. Interesting to see a Canadian come out, and we'll flip it like that. 1999, okay. Interesting. Let's keep moving here, see what else we're gonna get. A lot of shiny stuff coming out, but man, I love the look of those 99s. They are very shiny. You don't usually see 1999s in that type of condition. I might have to keep these coins separated from the rest. But once again, guys, 2001, that is the newest coin that I've seen so far, and it is looking brand spanking new. That thing's been in there for 20 years, I'd say. These 72s looking really nice. Just haven't found too many wheat pennies though. I find that kind of strange for presumably some older rolls. But we got a couple more here to look through, so let's go ahead and open them up and see what else we can get here. So here's our third out of 4 Newell Office Products rolls. These things are awesome, guys. I have never found anything like this in terms of rolls. And that's probably because I typically don't get customer wrapped, so that's why I don't find cool stuff like this. But I'm happy that with this new series that we're doing, we do get to see a little bit more of that. So there's a 1993 Canadian coming out. Other than that, is there gonna be anything else? Once again, a lot of 90s. Really nice looking shiny 90s. Pretty cool stuff. It's kind of like opening a time capsule, really. Here's another Canadian coming out. What year is that one gonna be? 1991. All right. So lots of 90s coins in these rolls. There is one more Canadian coming out right at the end there. That one's an 83. But other than that, I don't see much else going on in that roll. That brings us to our final Newell Office Products penny roll right here. Let's open it up and see what's gonna be inside. Hoping for some oldies here, guys. And I can't imagine what it was like coin roll hunting in the 90s. I know people did it. People were doing it in the 60s. But yeah, let's take a look here, guys. Lots of 90s. Once again, there's a 2000. Look at how good that 2000 looks. That is unbelievable. These are definitely brand new coins. Oh, you know, I think there's a 2000 to actually look for. It that was in a Cheerios box, believe it or not. They put some of the first coins. I'm only showing this one because it has really nice toning, but yeah, that's definitely something I'd want to look for in these, especially considering the amount of 2000s I have seen come out so far. I think I'll definitely be keeping these separate from the rest of the coins, guys. All right, what else do we have in this final roll? Is there going to be anything here for us? Not seeing a whole lot, so that is the end of the pennies, guys. With that being said, let's get into these nickels and dimes and see what these Newell Office Products rolls have for us. All right, guys, we had to switch over to the nickel placemat. Once again, available at quinscoins.com if you're interested in picking up one of these for yourself. We have just one Newell Office Products company roll for the nickels, and once again, very curious to see what's going to be inside it. Is there going to be anything newer than 2000 like we had in the last roll? Let's just dump it out here and see what's going to come out. Right off the bat, guys, I'm seeing something here. It looks like it's going to be a Canadian. Ooh, that might be an older Canadian, though. And that one looks old right there as well, so I'm already excited just based on what I'm seeing here, guys. Let's take a closer look here, so let me just zoom in for you. So basically the one that I'm seeing is this one right here. This looks older. Oh, come on, it's just an 88. All right, so unfortunately that one is a bust. Let's see, I see a 95 so far is the newest I have seen. But yeah, let's take a look at that Canadian right there. This looks like it may be one of the older ones made of 99.9% nickel versus the copper nickel combinations of later years and then eventually steel that they have today. Let's flip this over and see what it's gonna be, guys. 3, 2, and there we go, 1978. It is not easy to find 99.9% nickel, Canadian nickels, especially in America. So I'm very happy to see that one pop out. Something you probably don't see very often other than in these customer wrapped rolls. But let's take a look, see what the rest of these have in store. Once again, a whole bunch of the 2000s right there. Yeah, these definitely have, I mean, every single coin in here just looks better than I would expect it to. It looks like it's been preserved for 20 years, which is just absolutely amazing. Love going through customer wrapped rolls for this reason. I mean, look at that 2000 Denver right there. It looks like just a beautiful example right there. I can't even get myself to put that one back. I got to pull that one out. That's amazing. Almost looks like a proof. But yeah, so lots of really good stuff here. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anything older though, other than that Canadian. Now this one might actually have a chance. We have a Denver mint mark right there on the reverse. If we flip this over, this is at least as old as 64. I keep anything before 1960. Let's see if we got something good here. 3, 2, 1. 64. Unfortunately, I do not like those 64s. But yeah, guys, once again, nothing newer than 2000. So I'm just gonna slide these coins over here with the rest of them. I want to hold on to those because I might need to take a closer look. Let's grab our silver stacking placemat and throw it under the camera here so that we can start taking a look at these dimes. So we got dimes across the top here. That is part of the silver stacking game. We got 2 rolls of dimes here. Wouldn't it be awesome to get a silver out of there? And like I said, guys, I know silver was circulating in the 90s. Silver's still circulating today, so of course it was circulating in the 90s. But yeah, I think for this one, I am going to want to use this because when we're looking at dimes, we're typically just looking at the edges. At least that's how I like to hunt them. And this will make it a lot easier without having to destroy the roll, because I do like to preserve these rolls. And so far, I've done a pretty good job of that. All right, here we go. I'm going to push them out here. And actually, let's try to zoom in for this. Maybe we can get some of this on camera. So this is a little bit difficult with these tiny little dime rolls, but let's see if we can do it here. All right, there we go. They're coming out pretty nicely for us. One more, and I think that is it. Let's push them together here and see what we have. Just turn them this way for you. So what are we looking at here? We are looking for silver, of course. Let me just flip this over to the other side of the placemat because I think it'll display it a little bit better. Basically, this is what we're looking for. We don't want to see those clad edges. That is what you pretty much have in your pocket change all the time. We want to see a 90% silver edge. And are we seeing it? I don't think we are, unfortunately. But I am interested to see what the years are going to be. Oh, see, that's the thing about dimes. They just go all over the place all the time, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, I will look through these to see if anything catches my eye. It's not the most interesting thing in the world. Dimes are a little bit trickier than other coins to look through. So I'll let you know if I see anything here, but right off the bat, I'm not seeing a whole lot. I will double check every date though. I'm not seeing, again, these are all 80s, 60s. There's a 2000. Yeah, I think these must have been turned in around 2000 because just look at the condition on these 2000 coins. Just absolutely phenomenal. I love it. Love it. That is awesome. All right, so I'm going to look at those in a little bit. Let's just take a look at our final roll. So this is the final roll of coins that we got from the 1994 rolls. And let's open her up and dump it out right here. Hopefully we can get that on camera for you. There we go. All right, let's push them out and see what we're gonna find. Oh my gosh, guys, I am seeing a silvery looking edge. Oh, there's another one right there. Okay, this is good. That's another one, guys. Now, okay, that one looks a lot better. This is much better, guys. Look at the interesting stuff coming out of this roll. So I think a lot of these are probably going to be Canadians, especially based off of what we saw in the previous penny rolls. However, guys, one of these looks a lot better than the others. So you can kind of see what I'm looking at here, guys. You see these ones that are a little bit more gray. They don't have any of that red color in them. This one right here, though, that one looks really good. All these other ones you can see, they're kind of different than the American coins. But this one right here, it's just a little bit duller. Oh my gosh, I think we have a silver coin here, guys. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's a Roosevelt, guys. This is going to be silver. Okay, this is awesome. Let's pull this out and see what the year is going to be. Oh my gosh, it's not very easy to get to. Okay, so there is our coin. We know it is American because I see Roosevelt right there. Let's pull it out and take a look. So I'm going to put it on the reverse first. Yes, definitely a silver coin, no doubt about it. Let's flip this over to find out the year, guys. 3, 2, 1. And it's 1966. Are you kidding me? How is that? Okay, I'm seeing the copper edge now. Fooled again. All right, guys, we have a lot of other opportunities, though. You see 4 coins right there. Like I said, probably going to be Canadian, but just in case, let's pull them out and see what we got. So here's our first one. Yep, that is definitely Canadian. A little bit older, though, and you have to remind yourself that you do have the chance of actually finding a Canadian silver as well. 1978 is not going to make it. It's got to get a little older than that. I think 68 is what you're looking for. How about this one right here? 1990? Nope, that's not going to cut it. Here is another one. We already can tell based off of that obverse that's not going to be old enough. This one is 1992. It also has the double date on there. They like to do their centennials in Canada. And here is our last one. This one is going to be another 1978. Man, look at the damage on that as well. Oh, that's unfortunate, guys. I really thought we had a silver there. But for the rest of these, I will just kind of take a look at the dates and see if there's going to be anything worthwhile. Other than that, though, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get into the rest of the coins. All right, so that's it for the 1994 rolls. Unfortunately, there weren't anything interesting in those dimes. Guys, we did get some pretty cool stuff out of it, though. I'm happy with all those 2000s that are just in beautiful shape. But with that being said, I think we're actually going to go ahead and move right on into the quarters. And the reason for that is because we actually have some pretty cool stuff. Like I was showing a little bit earlier, we have a 2021 crossing the Delaware. There's a pretty cool air to look for in that one. We actually also have a Bicentennial on the end, which these don't really carry any premium, but I do like collecting them. That goes back to childhood, actually. I did that quite a bit. We also have a Kansas quarter, which we're going to check for an air as well. So those are the ones that we're going to start with. I'm actually going to go ahead and start with the 2021 crossing the Delaware. Now, I believe that we actually need the Philadelphia mint mark in order to be able to even look for this air. So we'll see what we have when we open it up. We also, of course, have the chance for finding silver in the quarters as well. Wow, that's a weird looking roll. It kind of opened a little funny there. But yeah, so we're looking for a silvery edge there. I'm not seeing anything on this particular roll, so we will just grab that 2021 out. And let's take a look here, guys. So actually what we're looking for is on the top of Washington's hat there. We're looking for kind of like a smudge of metal, which I don't see on this one. This one is the Philadelphia. You can see the P mint mark to the right-hand side of Washington's bust there. But I'm not seeing the air on this one, so we'll just dump these out and get into the rest of them. I see another nice shiny one here, though. Let's see what this is going to be. Ooh, nice shiny one right there. And that is because it's a 2021 Tuskegee Airman. Very nice. So that's actually the other coin that they made in 2021, continuing on with the America the Beautiful series. All right, nothing else notable came out of those coins. We do have a Kansas ender here, and we're actually going to check this for an error on the other side, the obverse, and it's known as the In God We Rust error, due to a grease error that hopefully we'll be seeing on this one. It's actually one that I found quite a few times, so it's not like you have zero chance of finding it like with a lot of these other errors that we're out here looking for. But yeah, let's just dump all these out. I didn't see any silver edges, so we'll just go ahead and... Wow, that's being a little stuck there at the end. Nope, no silvery edges, so we will just grab that Kansas quarter. Let's zoom in here, and we'll flip it over the back to see if we have... Oh, flipped it like a Canadian. In God We Rust. So no, I'm not seeing it on this one. I'll throw up a picture of what it would look like if we did have it. Like I said, found quite a few of them in the past, so it's definitely one I like to look out for because it does actually show up. All right, just finished going through the rest of that roll. Didn't find too much interesting, although I did get this Tall Grass Prairie from 2020. I have a really difficult time finding these. Would love to find a West Point of this coin right here. This one's just going to be a Philadelphia. You can see the mint mark there. But that is pretty cool to find. I think I'm still missing that in my collection for the Coin Quest series that we're doing with the quarters. So it would be nice to get one over there, but we did just get one here. Anyways, guys, we're moving on to our final ender. It's this one right here. It's going to be the Bicentennial ender. Again, it's nothing super special, but it's an interesting coin to me. So here we go. We got no silver, it looks like. But here is our Bicentennial Drummer Boy. Surprised we haven't found one out of any of the other 2 rolls we opened up. They do show up quite often, but like I said, I do like to pull them out. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and go through the rest of these. I'll just keep moving through the quarters, and if anything comes out, I'll definitely be sure to let you know. Alright, here we are on our last roll of quarters. This one's really sticking out to me. I don't know about you guys, but that one looks pretty nice. It's going to be a Denver reverse, and it's a Salt River Bay. Okay, so we're getting back to our roots here, just pulling out multiple Salt River Bays, and sometimes finding a West Point. That's always fun, but that one's not going to be West Point, unfortunately. That's just going to be a Denver. Here's another Salt River Bay with a Philadelphia. And getting down to the end of this one, guys, I did find a couple of interesting things. I'll show you that in just a second. Would be nice to pull a West Point out here right at the end. There's another Salt River Bay. Already checked the mint mark on that one, though. So this is another Kansas right here. Not seeing the In God We Rust on that one. And we're going to end it off here with another Bicentennial. Very cool. I do like finding those. I actually found 2 more of those in the previous rolls. You can see how dirty these coins are, by the way, just showing up on my fingers there. So the 2010s are actually a very difficult year to find in the quarters, so I'm happy to see a 2010 come out for us here. That's a Yosemite. And 2009, also pretty difficult. This one is a Guam, and that's when they did the territories. So that's kind of interesting right there. But other than that, guys, not really anything coming out of the quarters. So we'll go ahead and dump these out into our dump box here, and then we will get on to our next denomination. And our next denomination happens to be dimes. Now, we don't have anything in the enders per se. There's not really anything super interesting, but this one right here is a 1965. That's just 1 year off of being silver. Let's hope that that gives us a little bit of luck here. So what I'm gonna do is dump these into the dime slot once again so we can take a look at the edges. So let's just try and go ahead and do that now. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, coming out pretty nicely there. Oh, there it goes. You can't beat it. You just really can't beat dimes. They will beat you up pretty much every single time. So there we go, guys. We got them all in there. Let's see if we can see what we can see here. If there's going to be any silver going on for us. I see a little bit of hair there, but not seeing any silver. So I will take a look at those in a little bit. Let's open up one more roll. Yeah, there's definitely some hair in these rolls, guys. That is why I wear gloves, and you can also get the gloves in link in the description. I have some that I recommend for you in case you're trying to do this for yourself. I've seen a lot of shiny ones in this roll. Let's see if we can get a silver out. It's been a little while since we've found a silver. We had a couple of scares where we thought we had something, but we actually didn't. That even showed up in this video, unfortunately. There's a really beat up one over here on this side. I'm kind of interested in seeing what this is going to be. This one looks like maybe it was sitting in a parking lot or something. Yeah, it's sticking in my glove. 1986, just really messed up. Looks good from that angle, though. All right, guys, like I said, not seeing too much going on here. Just taking a closer look. I thought that one, there's one that looked kind of suspicious. Third from the end over here. But I do see a little bit of copper on that. So guys, I will take a look at these and let you know if I find anything good. I don't know, guys. This one looks a little interesting. Let's pull that one out. Could be an older silver, maybe. Ah, 74. Come on. Give me 10 years younger than that, please. All right. Actually, you know what? I think we do have something here, guys. That right there looks like it's going to be maybe a Canadian. Let's see. Yep, it is a Canadian, guys. Look at that. So this actually does have the chance for being silver here. We have only 3 more rolls to go, and the rest of them are machine wrapped. Let's take a look at this here. Okay, 1974. Unfortunately, that's not going to be Canadian. It's really scratched up. I don't know what it is about Canadian coins. They always get scratched up. Somebody must be angry at the Canadians for some reason. All right, guys, dimes were a bust, so it's time to move on to our next denomination, and that is going to be nickels. So let's go ahead and jump into one of these machine wrapped rolls, just because these are so much easier for the camera. We don't have that big mess of trying to push out. And right off the bat, what in the world do we have here, guys? Ah, okay, it looks like we have a penny in a nickel roll. So we're down 4 cents on this one. Hopefully it makes up for it by being an interesting penny at least. Oh no, I don't think it's going to be. It's a Lincoln Memorial for sure. Is it even copper? No, it's 1994. Okay, so we're down 4 cents on that one, unfortunately, guys. Hopefully there's going to be something interesting in these rolls, though. I saw some weird color, though, over here. Like this one right here looks like maybe it's been underground. It's a 64, of course. And then we had some other interesting color right here. Nice toning on that one, either way. Got a little bit of a nick on it. I will put that to the side. That actually looks like it's probably going to be artificial toning. But still an interesting find nonetheless. So let's real quickly go through these nickels and see if anything's going to come out for us here. I'll try to make sure you guys can see it so you can search with me and let me know if I missed anything. There's a 62 right there. That's the oldest coin I've seen so far. There's 2021s in here though, so these are definitely newer rolls. I mean, of course they are. They're machine wrapped rolls. So actually, with that being said, let's grab one of these other customer wrapped rolls. Maybe this one's kind of interesting. It's got the $2 nickels. That's an interesting design. I think I'm going to try to keep this one intact because I like the way it looks. So let's just dump them out here. I bet we won't find any pennies in these. And we didn't. That's good. It's so weird. You would expect to find pennies in the customer wrapped rolls because people are trying to make more money than they really have. But you wouldn't really expect to see it in the machine wrapped rolls unless you've seen a lot of my videos where I find those all the time. But anyways, guys, let's get into this roll right here. I'm seeing a Canadian right there. Could it be a 99.9% nickel like we had earlier? I don't think so, just based off the way it looks, but let's flip it anyway. 1989. Unfortunately, it's got to be older than 1982 to get that designation. But hey, it's a Canadian coin. It's kind of interesting to see. And yeah, we'll keep going here. Now this one right here actually looks like it may have some age to it. Oh, dropped it. Let's see what we're gonna have there. 69. Nope, not old enough. It's getting back towards that age that we like to see though. But I think that's gonna be it for that one, guys. Let's actually open one of each of the different types of customer wrapped rolls that we have here and just see if there's gonna be any difference. So sometimes you get customer wrapped rolls and they can be grouped like this. And that means that different people actually turned them in. So let's see if we're going to find anything different out of this one right here. So far, not seeing a huge difference. But yeah, let's just keep looking through it and see if anything's going to pop out for us. I think I'll check. Oh, actually, there we go. Look at that. We got another Canadian. This is actually our second, and this doesn't happen very often. This is a 99.9% nickel, Canadian nickel, 1975. These do not come out very often. Like I said, they do come out more in the customer wrapped rolls, which is why I'm always happy to find customer wrapped rolls at the bank. So that is an awesome find right there. I'll definitely be taking that one. Let's see if there's going to be anything else in this roll. Doesn't look like it. All right, so I will hold on to these. I'll make sure to go back and check them once again. But we do have one more type of roll that we need to check. It's this one right here. Sort of like a turquoise color. It actually does look quite a bit older just based on that end right there. But yeah, let's see if we're going to have some older coins in here versus those 2021s that we were seeing out of the machine wrapped. All right, guys. Wouldn't it be cool if this was actually going along with these ones, the 1994 rolls? Maybe these are going to be no newer than 2000. So I'm going to check the dates on these. I don't see anything newer yet. Yeah, all Jeffersons. None of the newer styles so far. There's a 2000. Look at that. I think we got another roll, guys. 2000 looking super nice. I think we got another older roll right here. Oh my gosh, it'd be awesome if we could get a Buffalo nickel to pop out, or maybe even a V nickel. That would be sweet. Yeah, guys, this is another one of the older rolls. So we may need to just dive into these turquoise ones here and see what we can pull out, because that right there, that's all Jefferson. I'm not seeing any of the newer style like this Jefferson modified right here. But yeah, guys, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the rest of these, and I'll let you know if I find something good. All right, jumping into another one of those turquoise rolls. Let's see if we're gonna get anything here. There we go. We got a find right there. I was looking at that one. Definitely looked older, and it is 1954. I'll flip that over for a mint mark, and I don't see one. If there was a mint mark, it'd be on the right-hand side of the Monticello there. That is our first pre-60s Jefferson nickel. And that is a good start, but hopefully there's some more in here for us, guys. Let's keep looking. All right, third and final turquoise roll. Let's open it up and see if we're gonna get any goodies. Oh, guys, yes, look at that. Oh, that is exactly what I was looking for. Well, not exactly. I was hoping we could find a buffalo nickel, but this is just about as good. Look at that, guys. We have ourselves a silver war nickel. 35% silver. We got the big P up there on top of the Monticello. Let's flip this over to see what date we have, guys. 3, 2, and 1. 1943 Philadelphia, the most common war nickel, but a war nickel nonetheless, guys. If you didn't already know, we actually made a different type of alloy for these coins from 1942 up through 1945. And that's what gives them this weird darker color in this day and age. And they're identifiable by having that large mint mark up above the Monticello versus having it on the right hand side where it typically is. I knew right away just looking at the color, and as soon as I saw that mint mark, it just put it in stone. But that is awesome, guys. A silver war nickel. These don't come out very often these days. I think people are picking them out of circulation. But guys, that is so cool. This is kind of interesting because we have a 2005 right there. I thought this was one of the older rolls, but maybe not. There's another 2005 right there. Let's keep moving through this roll, see what else is going to pop out for us, because it's been a good one so far. You can't argue with that. All right, getting down to the last few coins here. That one I thought might be a little bit older, but it is not. And I think that's the end of it, guys. So we got a couple of 2004, 2005. I haven't seen any of the Jefferson modified, though. That would be 2006 up through the present date. So very interesting rolls right there, guys. Very happy. This is probably the find of the hunt so far. We got ourselves a silver war nickel. Whoa, okay. I'm seeing some older stuff on this side for sure. Let's zoom in here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. This one definitely looks older. Let's reveal that date right now. All right, 46, so just barely missed being a war nickel. And it's actually a Denver mint, so that's pretty cool. The 46 Philadelphia is very common. Not so sure about the Denver, though. I think that one's actually a little bit more scarce. So that's a nice one to be popping out for us. Let's see if anything else is going to come out of this particular roll. This is, I think, our final customer wrapped roll, and you can see we have some much newer coins coming out of this one already, with 2019s and whatnot coming out. But yeah, let's keep moving through it. We actually have quite a few older looking coins than we had for those other rolls that we were looking through, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I think that's about it for that, so I'll go through the rest of these and let you know if I find anything. Okay guys, that is a good sign right there. Oh my gosh, if we get 2 war nickels here, that would be amazing. This definitely has the right color to it. Let's pull this out and see if we can get one out of a machine wrapped roll. 3, 2, yes, look at that. Oh my gosh, guys, that is a San Francisco. Oh my gosh, so we just got one out of a customer wrapped roll, and then we're on our last machine wrapped roll, the last roll out of the nickels, and we got a San Francisco mint mark. That has a much better chance of being something awesome. All right, guys, let's flip this over and see what the year is gonna be. 3, 2, 1. 1943 San Francisco. How cool is that? You could just tell by the edge that was going to be something awesome. Let's zoom in here for a little bit better view. 1943 San Francisco, guys. We had just 10 rolls of nickels and we got 2 war nickels out. I guess we still have a chance at finding another, although I'm not seeing any of the right color for the rest of these. But let's just dump this out here and see what else is going to come out for us, guys. Anything else at this point is just icing on the cake. All right, let's keep moving here, see what else we can find. That looks old. Yep, it is 1958, and we have a Denver, so it's going to be more common, but definitely a cool find nonetheless. Let's make sure we can see the rest of these coins as we're looking through them. See if anything's going to pop out here right at the last second, guys. We are on our last roll. All we have after this is pennies to go through. And it looks like we have a Denver mint coming out right there. Let's see if we got a nice year on that. Nope, just a 64. All right, guys, I think that's about it. I will check for 2009s. I can't believe we just got another silver war nickel to complement our first one. And guys, if we could just get these in the Coin Quest series, I would be very happy, because I think we may still need this one in our collection, believe it or not. All right, guys, nothing else came out of the nickels, so we are moving on to our final denomination. We only have 6 rolls of pennies left, because remember we had 4 of those older looking 1994 rolls in the beginning, so we just have 6 more rolls to mess around with here. Looks like these 2 are going to be a little different than these 4, so I think I'm going to go ahead and open these ones first. These still look pretty old. They got kind of like a plasticky feel to them. I'm interested to see if these are going to be some of those older coins. Nothing newer than 2001 would be pretty cool. It'd also be cool if we could get some older ones out of there this time, because in the last 4 we were only able to get a single wheat penny. So let's see what's gonna come out here, guys. You just never know, and that's sort of the fun of it. All right, so let's take a look here. I'm again not seeing anything newer than 2000. I'm just gonna pick out the shiniest coin I see. It's a 1999, so that is an awesome sight. Unfortunately, there are a lot of shiny coins here, so that means that we're seeing a lot of the 90s. But getting towards this end over here, it looks like we do have a Canadian that's going to pop out for us here. So let's take a look at that one real quick. 1999 is the year on that. There's quite a few 99s in this little grouping of coins. Here we go. We got another one right here, 50 cents in pennies. I really like the fact that we were able to get a lot of older stuff. I'm trying to preserve these rolls because I think they're really cool. But yeah, let's push these out here, see what we're gonna get. Oh, I see an older looking, actually a couple of older looking Canadian coins right off the bat. So we'll work our way towards those in just a second here. Once again, there's a 2005 right there. Okay, so these ones are getting a little bit newer, but still that is the newest that I've seen so far. Here's an older looking Canadian right here. It's gonna be a 1969, kind of interesting. How about this one? This one's also looking older, and it looks like that one's gonna be a 1975. Okay, so we'll put that to the side and get through the rest of them here. Nothing else really coming out at the end. There's a really nice shiny looking 2006 Denver. So I want to say, since that is the newest one we've seen and it is in pristine condition, that's probably when these coins were rolled, is in the year 2006. And then they just sat there and waited until somebody finally turned them into the bank. Now the question is, are these last 4 going to be the same? Are they going to be different? Are they going to have better stuff? Let's go ahead and find out. So yeah, they're definitely looking different right off the bat, as we see these shield cents, which we didn't see anything like that in the previous rolls, because that is 2010 and newer. But we're also seeing some older ones mixed in here as well, so hopefully we can get something out here, guys. There's an older looking one, that's just a 75 though. Any wheat pennies, any 2009s, because now we have the chance at finding some 2009s here. Would be nice to see. So we got 3 more rolls to go, guys. These are going pretty quick because I'm not really seeing a whole lot in them. But we'll just keep moving through them. Maybe something will pop out for us here towards the end. And look at that, guys. That is awesome. So we just got a wheat penny. I can just tell right away based on the date. That is going to be a 1954 wheat in really nice shape, actually. Take a look at that. So that is our second wheat so far on the hunt. I'm definitely happy to see it come out, even though it came out of these newer rolls. So you know that those wheat pennies are still circulating, because this was probably rolled, I mean, I'm seeing 2020s in here, so this was rolled very recently. Whoa. Take a look at that, guys. That is amazing. That's something I would have expected to see in one of those older rolls, but I'll take it here as well. A 1960 large date in pristine condition. Definitely going to be holding on to that one. So yeah, we got 2 more rolls to go after this one. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for anything interesting, anything old. The coins are just spilling off of the placemat at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and dump them, because we are getting a pretty full placemat here. Once again, guys, if you want to pick up these placemats for yourself, I got them all listed up there at quinscoins.com. Links are down in the description below. Let's get into these last 2 rolls and see what else we can find. So yeah, I'm liking these newer rolls actually a little bit better, because they've produced some pretty cool stuff for us so far, except for that hair that I just saw come out. But once again, that's why we wear gloves. All right, so for these last coins here, nothing really crazy is catching my eye. I think that's about it for that roll. And now on to our final roll. Let's see an Indian head penny come out of here. That would definitely round off the hunt nicely, I think. And there we go. That is our final roll. Let's take a look, see if we're gonna get anything. So far, just a few copper coins mixed in with a whole bunch of zinc is what I'm seeing here. And getting down to the end of it now, we got an older one there, but it's just a 73. Wow, look at that though. I think that's definitely a nice one to end on. Typically don't like seeing 64s in the nickels, but any other denomination, you definitely like to see them, especially when it looks that nice. That's a beautiful coin right there, guys. Very, very happy with that one. All right, so let's make sure we didn't miss any others like that, because there are some shiny looking coins that I would typically just assume are zinc, but they don't always end up being zinc, so I gotta make sure I didn't miss anything. But guys, I think that is going to be it, so we will go ahead and get into a wrap up now. All right guys, welcome to the wrap up on this coin shortage hunt. So we'll start up here with the quarters. We got 4 Bicentennials, a 2010 Yosemite, and a 2009 Guam. Not too shabby for machine wrapped rolls. Now coming down to the dimes, and we actually got 4 of these Canadians out of a single roll, and I think we got another one out of a machine wrapped roll. So 5 Canadian dimes in total, nothing else. As far as pennies go, we actually were able to get a couple of wheat cents, so not too bad. These were actually really nice. I love finding stuff like this coming out at the end of the roll. Not really rare, but really nice condition. Early 60s pennies. Love to see it. We also got a whole bunch of Canadians over here as well, with the oldest being in 1969. But guys, the real winner on today's hunt was definitely the nickels, with all of those war nickels coming out. One of them out of a custom wrapped and one of them out of a machine wrapped roll. 2 war nickels on 10 rolls. That is a very good ratio. We also got some oldies as well, a 46 Denver, 54, and a 58 Denver. And then 2 99.9% nickel Canadian nickels, 75 and 78, as well as a copper nickel, Canadian nickel, 1989. So overall, guys, really great stuff. Definitely loved all of the stuff coming out of the nickel rolls. And then as far as the rolls themselves go, this is, I think, the first time I've included something like this in an outro. Basically, these are really cool rolls, guys. I was able to preserve them. These also, all of these rolls, I believe, also had some really old stuff in them, so definitely cool to see. And then you can see this style difference over here. These were the rolls that I'm sure were turned in by another person. They didn't have as good stuff in them, or at least they didn't have as old stuff in them, although they did have some pretty cool finds as well. Guys, as I mentioned throughout the video, if you're interested in picking up any of these 3 coin roll hunting placemats, maybe you're interested in picking up all 3 for yourself to aid you in your own coin roll hunting, you can head on over to quinscoins.com, and I'll be putting links down in the description below. Also, in case you haven't seen it already, I do have a new product up for sale on my website. It's these Quin Coins hats. These things are awesome, man. You guys know I love hats. I'm a big hat guy, and I'm just really happy to have one that is my own. I also was the one who designed it, so I'm really proud of it and put a lot of work into it. So hopefully you guys will be interested in those as well and pick one of those up for yourself to sport some Quin Coins merch. But anyways, guys, that's gonna pretty much do it for today's episode of Coin Shortage Hunting. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos like this every single week, always bring you along with the hunts and having a good time. And as always, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin Coins signing out, and I will see you in the next one.